Welcome to Relaxed Reddit Readings. Today we have 4 Reddit stories for you. Reddit stories that will make you question family loyalty. Story 1. My dad missed my whole life, so I told him not to come to graduation. Okay, so let me set the scene for you. I'm 22, I'm graduating college in 3 weeks, and this was not an easy road for me. 5 years, not 4, because I switched majors partway through and had to tack on an extra year. I worked part-time the entire time to help pay for it. So when I say I'm proud of this, I mean I am really, genuinely proud of getting here. This diploma means something to me. Now here's the backstory on my dad. My parents split up when I was 14. About a year after that, he moved to another city for a job opportunity, and honestly, from that point on he became a ghost. We stayed in contact, sure, texts here and there, an occasional phone call, but it was never consistent. He missed my 16th birthday. He missed my high school graduation because he said work was too busy. He missed family events, he missed just being there in the day-to-day ways that actually matter. And look, I got used to it. I stopped expecting him to show up because every time I did expect it, I ended up disappointed. So I built this wall around that part of me, just kind of accepted that my dad is someone I talk to occasionally, not someone who's actually present in my life. Fast forward to now. He calls me up a couple weeks ago, all excited, telling me he's already booked his flight to come to my graduation. And I just felt this wave of frustration wash over me, because where was this energy for literally everything else? Where was this excitement for my birthdays, for my award ceremonies in high school, for the 2 years I struggled after switching majors and thought about dropping out entirely? He wasn't there for any of the hard parts, and now he wants to be there for the one shining moment where everyone's clapping and taking pictures. So I told him, I said, honestly, I don't think I want you there. And he got really quiet, and then he got upset, said I was punishing him for things in the past, said he's tried to make an effort recently and this is important to him. My mom, who actually knows the whole history, thinks I'm being too harsh, that this could be a chance to rebuild something. But my gut reaction is that showing up for the highlight reel doesn't erase years of absence. It feels like he wants the photo op version of being a dad without having done any of the actual work. And I keep going back and forth on whether I'm being petty and closing a door that could lead somewhere good, or whether I'm finally standing up for myself and refusing to let him cherry-pick the moments he wants to be part of. Part of me feels guilty even considering keeping him away, because what if this really is him trying to change? But another part of me feels like this day is supposed to be for me, it's supposed to be a celebration of everything I pushed through, and I don't want to spend it managing my complicated feelings about my father showing up out of nowhere. So yeah. Am I the jerk for telling my dad I don't want him at my graduation after he missed everything else? Would you have given him this one chance, or is it fair to say some ships have already sailed? If you're enjoying these stories, hit that like button and let me know in the comments which story you relate to the most. Story 2. I refuse to let my twin brother move back in after years of disrespect. Okay, so this one's been building for years, and I need to just lay it all out. I'm 35, I own my home, and my twin brother, we'll call him Dale, has had a pretty rocky life. Unstable jobs, unstable living situations, some legal trouble mixed in there too. And because he's my twin, because we've got that bond, I've let him move in with me on and off over the years. If you add it all up, it's been about 5 years total of him living under my roof at various points, me trying to help him get back on his feet. The last time he stayed with me, I sat him down and gave him 4 simple rules. Number 1, no smoking inside, because the time before that he was smoking in the shower of all places and leaving cigarette butts scattered everywhere. Number 2, no unannounced guests, because he had a habit of bringing random people and different girls over without any warning, sometimes when I wasn't even home. There were 2 more rules along those same lines, basic stuff about respecting shared space and communicating. And within weeks, every single rule got broken. He smoked inside again. Strangers were coming and going from my house like it was a hotel lobby. And when I confronted him about it, this is the part that really gets me, he didn't apologize, he didn't even really acknowledge it. He turned it around on me. He started telling me I was being controlling, that I was treating him like a child, that maybe the problem was me being too uptight rather than him not respecting basic boundaries in someone else's home. This wasn't a one-time thing either. Every single time I've tried to address an issue with him over the years, it turns into him making me feel like I'm the unreasonable one, like I'm imagining things, like I'm the problem for having any expectations at all. That's actual gaslighting, not just me being dramatic about it. Eventually I had enough and told him he needed to find his own place, and he did leave, though not without a lot of resentment thrown my way. Now, months later, he's going through another rough patch, no stable job, no stable housing, and he's asked to move back in with me again. And I said no. I told him I couldn't do that again, that the last several times had left me feeling disrespected and manipulated in my own home, and that I needed to protect my peace. He is furious. He's telling other family members that I'm abandoning him, that twins are supposed to have each other's backs no matter what, that I'm choosing to let my own brother struggle when I have more than enough space and resources to help him. Some family members are starting to agree with him, saying blood is blood and I should give him one more chance. But I keep thinking about all the times I already gave him another chance, and how it always ended the same way, with my house a mess, my trust broken, and me somehow made out to be the villain for having rules in my own home. I feel guilty, because he is my twin, we did share a womb together, there's this whole narrative about twins being inseparable. But I also feel like I've bent over backwards for 5 cumulative years and gotten nothing but disrespect and manipulation in return. So am I the jerk for refusing to let my twin brother move back in after years of him disrespecting my home and gaslighting me every time I bring it up? At what point does helping family cross the line into enabling them? Story 3. I bought my dream car and now my marriage is a battlefield. So here's the situation. My wife and I are what people call dinks, double income, no kids, just a couple of cats running around the house. We both have solid, successful careers, we're financially comfortable, we've built a good life together through years of hard work. About a year ago, I hit this milestone in my career that I had been grinding toward for a really long time, and I decided I wanted to reward myself. I've been a car guy basically my whole life, always dreaming about certain cars, always telling myself someday. And someday finally came. I bought what is genuinely my dream car. Originally this thing had a sticker price around $130,000 brand new, but I found a used one in great condition for $67,000. To me that felt like a smart move, getting the car I always wanted at basically half the original price. I paid for it using money that was solely mine, savings I had built up separately, not touching our joint accounts, not taking away from any shared goals we had. In my mind, this was a responsible splurge. I did the math, we could afford it, our retirement savings weren't touched, our bills were still getting paid, nothing about our day-to-day life changed. But ever since I brought that car home, my wife has been on me non-stop. She says it was reckless to spend that much money on a car when we could have put it toward a house upgrade, or padding our savings even more, or put toward eventually having kids one day if we change our minds about that. She feels like I made a unilateral decision about a huge purchase without truly looping her into the decision-making process, even though technically the money was mine and didn't touch our shared finances. She's brought it up over and over, at dinners, during arguments about completely unrelated things, it somehow always circles back to the car. She's even said it makes her question my priorities, like I care more about a car than about our future together. And I get where she's coming from to an extent. Communication in a marriage matters, and maybe I could have talked to her more before pulling the trigger. But at the same time, this was my money, saved specifically over years for something like this, and I don't go around questioning every purchase she makes with her own separate savings. It feels like there's a bit of a double standard here, like I'm allowed to be financially responsible everywhere else in our marriage, but the second I do something purely for myself, it becomes this huge referendum on my character and our whole relationship. I've offered to sell the car if it's really causing this much strain, but honestly that feels like giving in out of guilt rather than because I actually did something wrong. So am I the jerk for buying my dream car with my own money, even though we're financially fine? Should personal savings still require a joint approval, even in a healthy marriage? Story 4. My sister skipped my nephew's birthday, so I'm skipping hers. Okay, so let me explain the family dynamic here because it matters. My sister and I are both in our late 20s, and I have full custody of our nephew. His mom is completely out of the picture, hasn't been involved in years, so I stepped up and I've been raising him. He just turned 15, and we threw him this really fun birthday party at an indoor playground, and I know when people hear indoor playground they picture toddlers bouncing around in a ball pit, but this place is actually massive. It's got arcade machines, trampolines, an indoor soccer field, a volleyball area, climbing walls, the whole deal, and it's designed for kids up to 16. So it was honestly the perfect setup for a 15-year-old's birthday. My sister did not come. And this wasn't a one-time thing either, this makes 2 years in a row now that she's skipped his birthday. Last year she had an excuse that was at least somewhat understandable, but this year, she just said she wasn't really feeling up to a kid's party environment, that it wasn't really her scene anymore, and she'd rather see him some other time one-on-one. Which, fine, people have preferences, but this is her nephew, a kid who's already dealing with abandonment from his own mother, and having his aunt repeatedly skip his birthday sends a message whether she means it to or not. Now, fast forward a few weeks, and it's my sister's birthday coming up. She's planning this whole celebration, dinner, drinks, the works, and she's expecting the whole family to show up and make it a big deal, the way we always do for each other. And I've been sitting here thinking about whether I even want to go. Because it feels hypocritical for her to expect this huge showing of support and love for her birthday when she can't even be bothered to show up for a kid who has already lost so much in terms of family being present in his life. I brought this up to her, gently at first, just asking if she realized the pattern here, and she got defensive immediately, said the two situations aren't comparable because one is an adult celebration and one is a kid's party, and that I'm being unfair by trying to punish her by skipping her birthday. Some of our family members are telling me I'm overreacting, that I shouldn't create more division by skipping her celebration, that two wrongs don't make a right. But I keep coming back to this feeling that showing up for people is a two-way street, and if she can't extend that basic courtesy to a kid who needs it more than anyone, especially given his mom is a non-factor in his life, I don't see why I should extend extra effort for her celebration. At the same time, I don't want to start a family war or make my nephew feel like he's the reason for tension between me and my sister, because that's the last thing he needs right now. So would I be the jerk if I don't attend my sister's birthday celebration because she couldn't be bothered to attend our nephew's? Is skipping her party a fair response, or am I just creating more problems than I'm solving? If you enjoyed these stories, drop a comment telling me which one was your favorite. And if you want more relaxed Reddit readings, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these stories, like, comment and subscribe for more relaxed Reddit readings.